Okay, here it is, 2000 Eldorado. I have a problem that a lot of people have been having. Cold on the passenger side, hot on the driver's side. I've tried everything. I've watched all the videos I could find. One guy tore the entire dash out of his car trying to fix it. And then he said all it needed was more Freon. So I've added more Freon. Still hot on the driver's side, cold on the passenger side. So I just seen another video on YouTube, a new video, and the guy said he took this cover off and the actuator is right underneath for the driver's side. So I just did that, and I will show you. This right here is the actuator. Goes from hot to cold, and this lever moves on the automatic thermostat. So I was gonna disconnect that by popping the rod out, and I figured if I moved the rod I could find out what was going on. And lo and behold, my rod's not connected to anything. So that's where it disconnected, is on the inside. So now what I'm gonna do is take the glove box out to get easier access and figure out where the rod come disconnected. So I will pause the video and hopefully I can get the entire video made. I'll be back. And by the way, there's torque bit screws to hold the glove box in. It is a T10. And if I remember, I've had this out before. I think that's all there is. I will double check. Okay, well, it's a lot more difficult to get in here and do all this work because, I mean, it's a tight fit. And I literally had to get this piece out, which is a pain. I mean, it's tight and you don't want to hit your heater core and pop a hole in that. So I had to move the floor mat out of the way. This piece, if you actually get the front to turn down first and wiggle it sideways, and you can just barely, I mean, you're kind of bending the plastic a little bit to get it out between the frame and the firewall. So I got that out, turned the car on. Both of my servos are working perfectly. So what it is, since I could see the top rod was alright, what it is the bottom rod goes in there in them little pockets right in here. That's the top one, and the bottom one's down here. And they just sit in a little metal thing just like this bracket right here. And I don't know if they actually had some kind of spring clip on there or not, but that's just the way they are right there. And then they had this piece of plastic on the end, which makes it even worse because there's not that much to hold on to, so you're just like gravity sitting in that little hole, and that's how it popped out. I can't tell if they had a snap ring on the bottom of these things or not. They should have. So what I'm gonna do is I took the plastic off mine. I'm gonna try to bend an S right here in the end. So once I get this back in there, it'll kind of S in, and that'll keep it from bouncing back out. If I can do that and get everything back in there together, hopefully that'll work. All my servos are working, so let me figure out a way to bend a S in this shaft and see if I can get that to work, and we'll be back. But yeah, it's they're not all the same size bolt either, so you need like so far, 3 different sizes plus the torque bits, and yeah, the glove box does have 2 more torque bits in the bottom, so I'll be back. Okay, I got a small S bent in the bottom rod, and it held in place. I just got the plastic part back in here, which is a pain. I mean, you got to get just in the right spot, and actually what I did was this plastic to protect that. Nothing's really going to hit it, so I cut about a 1/2 inch off the plastic right around this little 1/4 of a circle. That helped me get it up under the dash better. Because, I mean, you got to be careful of all these vacuum lines. You got the wires. That is a pain to get that thing back in there, but it's just 2 screws holding that whole half shield on. I got this little screw here, and you got this little screw here. So that's part easy. And then this way they have this threaded, there's a slot in the top of the white, so you just pop that right off. It's made to be adjustable, so that was easy. Pop that off. I got the top rod back in there. I took this plastic piece off the end so it'll sit down in there farther. It shouldn't pop out. I didn't put an S in the top one. I figured gravity will hold it, and that's passenger side. I'm not so worried. So anyways, now I got the here's my rod that I got reconnected. It's working with the S. Gotta put the servo back in the bottom, hook that back up, and try it. So I'll be back.